Ugh. Sorry I was late. I was just having an argument with my manager, and they want to turn my record deal into a 360 deal, and I'm not pumped about that. Truth is, I don't have a manager, and I don't know what a 360 deal is. That's just something that I saw on the TV show Empire. You might be thinking, well, I don't have a manager. That's not important. I suggest you hire anyone to be your manager. Your mom, your sister, a dog with a human name. I also recommend just completely making up a manager. Get an email, it's very easy to sign up for a Gmail, ryansmanager@gmail.com. You've created a manager, you've created a persona, you've created an important aura for yourself. Now that you have a manager and a manager's email, you want to drop that into pretty much every conversation possible. A good one is to receive a text from your manager. This is a technique that I've perfected. Like, oh my God, well, that's sorry to interrupt, but my manager just sent me a text that said he loved the song that I sent him this morning and it changed his life. I'm gonna be super famous. So that was a fun way for me to just pretend that I got a text from my manager, but more importantly, talk with my manager, talk about my songs, sort of a triple threat technique. You can also be in a fight with your manager. Ugh, me and my manager are just in a fight because he wants me to do this 100-day tour and I would rather stay here and write, so it's kind of annoying. But anyways, what were you talking about? You can use your manager to get out of almost anything. Oh, what? Sorry, we didn't send you the sound plot? Oh, I'll have to speak to my manager about that. That's his job. Pro tip, what I do is I pretend that my work manager is my band manager. This is a fantastic technique that I really recommend you utilize. The other day, I was hanging out with a girl, hitting on her. She was not being very responsive, and I said to her, I gotta take off. I have a gig at 5, and my manager hates it when I'm late for gigs. That manager I was referring to was my manager at Boston Pizza, where I am a dishwasher. I left, didn't speak to her again, but if I do see her, she's gonna think, hey, there's that guy with the manager and the gig, and that's the impression that I've left on her brain as a result of this technique being utilized. There is no situation that dropping your manager's name won't make you seem more important. If you're at a wedding, a funeral, I was recently, for example, at a funeral. It was a cousin of mine, and I got up, did a speech. I wasn't asked to, but I decided I'm a performer. They would probably like to see from me. So I got on that microphone and I said, hey guys, I'm Ryan. My manager couldn't be here, so I'm gonna be speaking on both of our behalves. And I said, oh, John was a great guy. Me and my manager used to love him. I remember one time when I was in the studio, I was speaking to my manager about how good he was. I dropped my manager's name about 5 times in the eulogy speech that I was delivering, even though they didn't want me doing the speech in the first place. Everyone in the crowd was thinking, wow, I miss John, but more importantly, Ryan's important. He has a manager. So I do recommend that you drop your manager's name as much as possible. Hopefully this has been helpful, and I'm Ryan Long, and that has been your tour tip.